Picture this. You have $40,000, you're a coaster enthusiast nerd, and you feel like building a museum of old rides. That doesn't sound like a very plausible business opportunity, does it? Well, tell that to Lee Merrick, who decided to start a park called Little Amerricka. Yes, spelled like that. Sounds like, I don't know, it sounds like some white supremacist spelling of America, if you ask me, but I'm sure that's not the intention, considering he didn't name himself. He did choose to name his park that, but anyway, I digress. This, as you can see, this is not your typical Little Amerricka review, so if you're like looking for information about your family or how they'll be entertained there, this ain't the video. Click away. Anyway, my friend and I, we drove from Mount Olympus, Wisconsin Dells, on the way to the airport in Milwaukee where he was going to be dropped off. After having visited Arnold Park, Valley Fair, Nickelodeon Universe, Mount Olympus, and Bay Beach, and we had like 40 minutes tops to get into Little Amerricka. And we really wanted to make it. We were originally going to go to this park in between Bay Beach and Mount Olympus until we realized its proximity to the Milwaukee airport on the way to Great America, for me, not for him. Afterwards, it would just be safest to try to squeeze it in here. Anyway, this is small-time Wisconsin shit. This park, honestly, shouldn't exist, and I don't understand how or why it exists. This is basically, I guess one guy got really lucky and found a lot of old roller coasters in the same place and just thought it would be a viable opportunity to start a business with it. And to be real, with $40,000 freaking dollars to be able to get 4 coasters out of it, I mean, that's the kind of money a park would spend on replacing like a part for a big coaster, much less their entire lineup. So it really is a one-of-a-kind experience, and Colson and I have been like trying to get here for like 7 years at this point. And look at this. The only remaining chance toboggan in the United States, there it is, off the side of a road and, you know, just hanging out there chilling. Isn't it adorable? I mean, it's a complete piece of shit, but I love that piece of shit. So we're going to go park in the dirt to go to, you know, a really major amusement park that absolutely a destination for every person in the world who, you know, not just crazy enthusiasts like me and locals. No, everyone. Disney people, you gotta come check out this place. Either way, I really don't have anything negative to say about it outside of like the roasting and all of that, mainly because of the fact that this is a charming place and I really value one-of-a-kind experiences, and Little Amerricka through and through is a one-of-a-kind experience. It's a park that has basically essential unicorns relative to the rest of the lineup of every other park in the country. Their Mad Mouse is one of 2, with the one in Arnold's Park. Their Little Junior PTC is one of, I want to say, 2, with the other at Great America. Their Little Kitty coaster is the only Little Dipper is the only coaster in the freaking world that has a fucking graveyard as its backdrop. Not a joke. Wait till the end of the video for that, or skip forward, or whatever you need to do. And then Swiss Toboggan, that clickbait looking ass video. I love it. What a weird lineup. So I came in very excited for my 40 minutes, and what's really funny, it might have been like 35. What's funny, see how this video is 25 minutes long? The vast majority of my time at Little Amerricka, you're about to watch it. This is a very, very rushed review on all fronts, both the recording and the narration. So I only had like one day this week that I could record videos, and I want to keep an upload schedule, at least like one video a week, which I've been failing at doing. And I'm recording this voiceover over a 360p video that I had to upload to YouTube after merging all of my GoPro videos together because my computer can't fucking run these 4K videos. So I'm watching way lower quality than you're watching for this voiceover so you can hear me talk over the video you're listening to now. It sounds confusing. I hope I guess I didn't narrate it right. Anyway, so I'm really glad I got to ride this Mad Mouse right here, because when I went to Little Amerricka, good job. When I went to Arnold's Park, their Herschel mouse was closed, and that was a complete piece of fucking shit. And I was very disappointed, and I was like, dude, if Little Amerricka fucks me like that too, I'm gonna be really upset. And they didn't fuck me. It was absolutely freaking nuts, considering that it was like restraintless. Very, very fun mouse, and I'm really glad I got to experience it. And honestly, I liked it enough that it made my rankings 257, which makes it higher than almost every other mouse. And quite honestly, I think it's pretty sick that that's even a thing. I'm walking very haphazardly. I think this was one of the very few parks on my trip where I'm on a bunch of just coffee and caffeine and not marijuana. And that's why I'm not chill. There's nothing chill about this. And I guess I'm also rushed. Like, I gotta get through this whole freaking park in half a second, or else I'll never have the opportunity again. Oh my God. Like, all of this intense stuff. Right there is the junior PTC that was part of their auction. Can you believe this was 1/4 of $40,000? Like, what a freaking garage sale bargain. This junior PTC, man. Meteor is a pretty freaking cool little baby. And it's so dramatically better than the one at Six Flags Great America. Because first of all, that one only gives you 1 lap. This one gives you 3. This one I think is actually profiled better, even though it's relocated. And the way that the ride operator interacts with like the children and the families and stuff, it's really charming, like giving high fives and, do you want another lap? I'm not sure, I'll give you another lap. And the kids are like, give us another lap. So honestly, I think that's dope as fuck. But is it still a junior wooden PTC kids coaster? Yeah, it is. So you kind of have to go in with expectations set that way, because, otherwise you'll be like, wow, that's it? I hate this park. This park sucks. No, it doesn't. This park doesn't suck. You just got to change your expectations. Right now, we're looking at this abomination, the last remaining chance toboggan in the United States. Here's what's cool about this video, which is unlike the majority of my videos. I don't have like just the energy to ask parks for permission to record POVs, mainly because Amusement Insider, Coaster Forest, East Coasters, all of them are recording way better footage than I otherwise could. And I just don't feel like having a redundant result on YouTube. I don't have time for that shit. I'm just trying to do different shit. Check out, look at Colson right there, dude. He's like 6'4" or 3 or something like that. And dude, if you're over 5'10", you have to like do this bullshit with your neck and your spine on this coaster, or else it's gonna fuck you up. This is the jankiest goddamn shit. How do you attempting to fit 2 people in that car sounds like, first of all, with 1 person, the claustrophobia is fucked. Could you imagine with 2 of those shits? Also, look, check out the just freaking oil canister just hanging out there so they can lube up the completely frightening vertical lift going into the abyss, just so that you can get hurt while bending your neck. Like, honestly, I think I hope that somebody started a chiropractic office like somewhere down the street from Little Amerricka, because I'm assuming this park sends at least a few riders a day out with just fucked spines and pain and stuff like that. And it isn't Little Amerricka's fault. It's Chance Rides' fault, because they made dozens of these shits and somehow parks wanted them. I think Brazil just opened a used one of these in like a park like in 2023, like a month ago, which is absolutely hilarious. Look at this dude right here. He's like, fuck. The thing is, we're kind of crazy, so we really do love this stuff as much as I'm making fun of. The oil thing is just hilarious over there to the left. Look at it. Look at how claustrophobic this ass is, dude. You're inside of a prison cage. You have no room for really anything. It's got less space than anything. That little thing pushing on your chest only adds dramatic amounts of extra claustrophobia to your claustrophobia because it's pressing on your chest, so it makes it feel like a smaller thing. Look at this scary shit with these stairs. It's like 70s vibe, just like I hope you don't die because this questionable safety. It is safe. I promise it's safe, but does it look like it's unsafe? It kind of does. So yeah, so we start the ride with this helix, followed by more helix, followed by a little more helix, and just for fun, just one more, and then one more, and then after that, one more and one more and one more. I don't even know where the helix ends anyway. You go boom, and you get absolutely shithoused by that bump. That bump doesn't do anything except snap people's heads on the ceiling. If you're over 5'10", that's when you get fucked out. Really, I wanted to ride this more, but I had to get the other credits. And by the time I made it back to Swiss Toboggan, like tickets in hand, running to the ride, I missed my re-ride on Swiss Toboggan by like a minute, like something like 30 seconds. It just sucks so hard. So I still have only got one ride on Swiss Toboggan ever. And you watched it. I can't. It's what I think I ranked this son of a bitch higher than basically anyone at 186 of 368. But yo, it's not a unique experience in that there's been dozens of them, but in the U.S. it is. It is the only one left, and it is just so adorably janky that I really feel like if you're doing a trip in the Midwest and hitting Six Flags Great America, if you go north to Wisconsin for anything, especially Mount Olympus, which is mandatory for Hades, you got to stop here. Not too far from Milwaukee. It's just such a refreshing palate cleanser from all of the corporate parks, big coasters, huge shit. It's just a chillaxed environment. You obviously can complete this park pretty quickly because I'm completing it in front of you in a 25-minute video, including POVs, which I forgot to mention when I was pointing at Mad Mouse before. Look at this bitch. So what I really, really love about this style of mouse is the lack of restraints. So even though it doesn't look all that intimidating, looks like a kid's ride, little whatever. Yeah, you see this? Here's my hand pointing at the not restraints. It makes for a pretty cool mouse. And I'll tell you what, if I had a couple more hours here, or 1 more hour, or 20 more minutes, I would have given this a re-ride too. I had a good time on it. Honestly, all 4 of the coasters here, they clearly don't break records of any sort whatsoever because they were bought and was essentially an auction. I guess that's not a garage sale. I'm being mean about where Lee Merrick bought his shit. But I mean, they're pretty good, man. I just really can't complain. So yeah, POV. How often do you get POVs on this channel? The only reason I got all these POVs is because, first of all, these rides are pretty tiny, and everyone here is just super chill. And there you go. So this video, really, this POV doesn't give you a whole lot of justice. It just looks like just your average mouse. But now imagine, like a Zamperla one or something where it's completely restraining you. And this one, you're just laying in a tub. I don't see any reason why you couldn't just stand up in the middle of the ride, jump out, and break your neck. You easily could. I don't see why not. I don't think like the momentum, inertia, whatever the word is, will prevent you from jumping and hurting yourself if you feel like it. So, I mean, I'm glad nobody has, because that would be a really foolish decision to make. But you have the opportunity if you're feeling like a complete twat when you visit Little Amerricka. Don't do it. You kids are looking at me like, what's this like full-blown adult doing on this shit? Well, when you're a coaster enthusiast like me and you have problems, you got to get these kiddie rides, man. Regardless, those credits are valuable for lunatics like me. Anyway, next we're definitely not going to the Ferris wheel. We didn't have time for any flats or flat or whatever. Check it. Yeah, you get a much better view of what it looks like here. Completely restraintless. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to let you hang out there. That motherfucking Rolo plane thing, yo, that's fun. I rode the shit at Arnold's and at some other state fair or something like that. Pretty fun. Didn't ride the one here, but as far as like classic, old school, intense, scary shit, those are pretty unmissable. You gotta ride it unless you're like an average normal person who is afraid of getting a little hurt in an old ride. Then you'll probably hate it. Actually, it's a little claustrophobic. You get slapped around. Anyway, why am I talking about that? I'm literally looking at a roller coaster right now. But I did tell you all of the quirks and features or whatever of this ride relative to the other ones. Yeah, I threw Doug DeMuro in there. What you guys know about that? Whatever. Anyway, I'm really curious as to where the fuck this all came from. Where the hell did Meteor exist before it was in Little Amerricka? Kitty Town in Norridge, Illinois, from 1953 to 1966. What you're looking at. After that, it was Little Dipper at Hillcrest Park in Lamont, Illinois, from 1967 to 2003. That was its second home. And then its third home at Little Amerricka started 4 years after it left that shit. So I guess they all just found themselves at the same garage sale. Why do I keep calling it a garage sale? At the same auction as each other. I'll be honest, I'm sure there's other videos that... Oh, wait a minute. It tells you RCDB is coming in clutch. Purchased by Little A-Merrick- which apparently used to have dashes. So this place used to have a worse spelling. And it wasn't just A-M-E-R-R-I-C-K-A. It was A-Merrick-A. Like, what a masturbatorily vain name for a park that's otherwise fantastic. Love this park. Despise the fucking name. Might as well drop Air Force One in here so it's headlined by a coaster with a worse name than the fucking park. Anyway, I just interrupted a sentence with a rant. Purchased by Little Amerricka at Hillcrest Park's auction for $9,000 on October 25th, 2003. I wish I could tell you whether that was the auction where got the other shits, but I'm going in completely uninformed and high because I'm not Canopy Coaster. I'm not going in here with encyclopedic knowledge and culture and like trying to give correct information for travelers. I'm just here trying to fuck around. Speaking of fuck around, what a horrible segue. There's no fuck around equivalent here, but there's a cemetery over there, yo. What the hell? So this coaster, I believe, yeah, I got a POV of this bullshit. So this might be easily the most. Wait a minute, I do record a POV on that, but not yet. Because did I just put these videos in the wrong order again, or I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I think I just once again put these fucking GoPro videos in the wrong order. It doesn't really matter because this park's so tiny and everything's next to each other. But anyway, check out the ride up going like, all right, kids, please make sure to follow all these steps. Ride the ride. Don't fuck around. Be happy. This is a Little A-Merrick-A. If you don't have a good time, fuck that shit. Raise your hands and say, yeah, I might give you a lap or two after this. He didn't say any of that. I said that. But $9,000, dude. My credit card debt is like quadruple that. Why am I admitting that? Yeah, it is. Don't worry, I have a plan to get out of it, starting some business shit. Don't worry. But yeah, that is so inexpensive. $9,000. I could easily see myself after getting out of credit card debt, finding myself in an auction, getting my backyard that I don't have enough room for this, and get the zoning situation right, and just build and just buy this from Little Amerricka for like $9,000 and 1 cent. Maybe they'll sell it to me. I could afford that one day. What am I talking about? All right, so look, the kids are having fun. Even me, I'm having fun on this ride because like it's still Philadelphia Toboggan Company shit, even if it's not like completely intense. And the kids are saying, yeah, hell yeah, whatever. And now look, this is where the one at Six Flags Great America would end. But no, at Little Amerricka, they are taking advantage of their... Look at that ride up. Like, good energy. I gotta give it up. Good energy. That manual brake. Little Amerricka, you ain't getting one lap. You're gonna continue going, motherfucker, whether you want it or not. In fact, I think that's a fun idea. At the next roller coaster convention nerd thing, whatever. If they go, if they go to Little Amerricka, what we should do is we should just have like 20 adults just fill an entire train on Meteor at Little Amerricka. And when the guy's like, do you want a second lap? Everyone's like, no, fuck that. We don't want a second lap. One's enough. Stop this train. And see if that's enough for them to just give you one lap. A bunch of like terrible energy adults just complaining. I mean, that's possibly the worst idea ever suggested on a YouTube channel, but just for science, I wonder if they would just deny you the second. Or the kids. Just tell the kids, look, I'll give all of you kids $20 for you to do what you want with it if all of you just deny the second and third laps. Well, that's a challenge in itself. I wonder how many kids would even understand the value of the $20. Like, just, I want to ride my coaster, motherfucker. All the speculation on a just completely theoretically, fundamentally stupid fucking idea. I mean, really, that's what you subscribe to this channel for. You didn't subscribe. But anyway, is he teasing a third? I don't even remember. Did we have to? We only had 2 laps, right? Right? Okay, so he's just teasing for like 5 minutes on the third lap. Is that seriously? Yeah. Okay, that right there is why this fucking coaster is ranked like 10 spots higher in my rankings than the essentially exact same coaster at Great America. Where you're gonna get vibes like this, where the dude just teases you for like 18 seconds about the third lap. Third lap, by the way. Even on like shit like Howler at Holiday World, they're only giving you 2. This place is giving you 3. They have like the footprint of a parking lot, and they really did a lot with it. I like how they did their centerpieces. It's just wood coaster just plopped right in the middle. But I mean, the vibes are good. Look, and we're not the only adults on there, so I feel a little less like a crazy person being on this. I mean, hey, look, it's PTC, whatever. And this is just such a dramatically long amount of time on this fucking coaster because it's a long ride. I mean, and look, everyone's having fun. Look at these adults just with actual genuine smiles on their faces. Like, all of you people saying, like, RMC it or whatever, asshole fuckers. It is possible to have fun on smaller coasters. It's just a headspace mindset thing. I went into this park. If this park didn't have the charm that it did or the history or the lore that it did, or they sprinkle these coasters in another park, I wouldn't give a flying fuck about any of it. But the way it's presented all at once in this cute environment makes me love them all, even this, especially this fucking thing. This roller coaster is, who made it? I forget who made Little Dipper. Oh, it's Herschel as well, a Herschel Little Dipper. I think it's probably the only one I've freaking ridden. Maybe, probably. It's a very small scale coaster. Its jank is jankerific. However, as I said, if I had another hour here, I'd rewrite this a second time solely for the view. And usually when you say that a roller coaster has a view, it's usually something like pretty scene. The dude believes he can fly, clearly. No, he's just giving directions and I'm being a chode, narrating things incorrectly. Normally, when you say that a coaster has a view, it's a beautiful backdrop. Or the beach, or I'm choking on my spit. That's why that sounded weird there. So yeah, so the dude just gave like and not a cemetery. That was the closure to my sentence that I interrupted like 4 times. So we're going up this old ass lift. Look at how just old. Wow, that's so close. That's neat. I'm saying neat about footage that I recorded like I haven't seen it before. Well, I was pretty blazed here because Colson was driving. I was like, dude, I'm just gonna be blazed. Cemetery kiddie coaster. Welcome to weird. I mean, what the you can't set a vibe better than that. You start this kiddie coaster. The first thing you see is a goddamn cemetery. And then as you continue forward with your second lap, right? We get 2 laps. Yeah. As you continue with your second lap, after you're no longer viewing a fucking cemetery, you're now looking at clickbait the roller coaster. I mean, just take one more look at Swiss Toboggan and tell me that this would make sense in literally any other park in the United States. There might be like 4 of them, but those parks are not parks that the majority of people have heard of. They are not tourist destinations. And that's, I guess, what makes this a charming place. It's not a tourist destination at all. They're so cool. Look at this train. There's only 8 seconds left in this video, but look at this goddamn fucking train. It's charming. Go to Little Amerricka. It's charming. Do that shit.